Christian as well, there is immeasurable amounts of sexual shame in the church. So guilt, when you're talking about repentance, guilt drives behavioral change. Shame doesn't. Shame drives lying and closing down and not talking to others. If you look at the rates, for example, of vaginismus, if you guys don't know what that is, it's when sex and any form of penetration is exceptionally painful for a woman. It is 3 times higher in religious groups. As a woman who's been I'm married for 8 years, I only have a body count of 1, came from a very Christian background. My Christian background and the tying of sexual shame that was there was so hard on my marriage. And in fact, if you talk to a lot of religious women, they're gonna tell you this, right? A lot of my friends, for example, say, my virginity was so tied to my value that when I lost it to my husband, I thought I was dirty, right? Look at the rates of orgasm amongst religious married women.
Okay, Chad. Hold on, Chad. So ladies, I know there's some ladies in here. I know no one wants to talk because they don't want to be on the wrong side, and I get that. But these arguments have so much fallacy to it. And so recently I was at an event to where they were talking about debates, right? One of my friends, he's been on the show. Shout out to Ronaldo for the follow. Solomon44 for the follow. Also, Just Loose, thanks for the follow. And not Walter, thanks for the follow. I appreciate you guys, right? If you like the content, hey, keep following me here on Twitch. I'm more monetized on Twitch than Kick, but we're trying to get to Kick. Just keep following me, guys. We got some more of this coming. Don't trip. So anyway, when there's a debate, there's a claim, there's the data, what's warranted, and the impact. As they debate, they're not hitting none of these scales on here. So let's keep going, though, because we're almost done, guys. We've been here 2 hours.
In general, when it comes to sexuality, seems mostly just to lead to worse outcomes. There can be conversations about impulsivity, right? About choosing who your partner is more wisely. I'm actually open to those conversations. The issue is that when we shame people for their body count, it's disproportionately women, right? If you look at these, and I agree that you're consistent, it's both for you. Look at these Red Pill podcasts. All they want to do is get their body count up and shame women for giving them that body count, right? This leads to worse relationships.
Gotta go, boom. Shout out.
I'm curious. What's the number?
George Garcia, 122. Shout out for the follow.
I don't think it's necessarily a number. I think it's more so the idea of sleeping around for no reason and not having
there's definitely a reason.
Commitment.
I know, right?
Sure. And I would actually agree with the shame part in religion. I think purity culture can be very dangerous. It's seen as more of a sin than anything else.
Hold on 1 second.
And it's very damaging to women. And
Hold
we
on
see
1
this
second.
even in marriages, like you said, women still think sex is a sin in their marriage. I think that's a problem. So I think it's not so much I don't think we need to bring back shame to women. I think it's more so that being sexual and being promiscuous shouldn't be celebrated as much in our culture as it is.
Sure, but the prompt was specifically, is it more shameful, right? And you guys said, yes. That is necessarily bringing more shame to women for this. Yeah. That's necessarily doing the thing you're opposed to.
Okay, well, I mean, I have a yes or no. So I'm not going to say no because I don't think that being sexually promiscuous is good for anyone. So that's why I said. That wasn't the prompt.
Okay. So I want to chime in here and say that I grew up in a very conservative religion that shamed you for any type of sex outside of marriage. What did that lead to? What did shaming people about body count lead to in that kind of religious situation? People lied about it. Here's the natural truth.
No magic is stronger than sisterhood. Cast by fate, tested by time, and never broken.
What is wrong with you? Are you like 6? Are you 6?
Yeah. You need to get out there, Sal. Have a little fun. When was the last time you were touched?
I have my family, and I'm not receiving texts with photos that I did not ask for.
Oh, let me tell you about Chad.
Oh, we know
Truly,
plenty about Chad.
Come on.
Remember when Mom would tell us stories where everyone who fell in love died? You don't believe we're cursed?
No.
We're Owen's women. Love is our undoing. What if you guys were all just a little bit dramatic?
Here's the thing about magic. It won't be silenced.
Is this real? Is he gonna die?
It's true. We're witches and the curse is real.
I will never trust you again.
I'll never trust you again.
It's about humans. All of us have sex, even when we pretend we don't have sex. We are all still having sex. I don't care if it's the 1950s or it's 2025. Every person is having sex. That's just the reality of it. Some people want to have sex less than others. Some people want to have sex more than others. And none of that is about who they are morally as a person. I am a person who happens to consider myself to be hypersexual. It's just part of who I am. It's always been part of who I am. And when I was 14, growing up in a very religious church that told me that who I was as a person was bad, that was really harmful for me as a person. I was depressed as a child. I was on antidepressants. I thought something was broken in myself. And when I finally left that religion and the shackles of the shame that had been placed on me by the patriarchy in that religion, I realized there's nothing wrong with me. I'm just this type of person. And here's the deal. People who like to have sex with a lot of people, we like to date other people who like to have sex with a lot of people. And people who don't like to have sex with a lot of people should date people who don't have sex with a lot of people. And it doesn't say anything about who they are as a person or their value as a human being or how good they are or how bad they are. It means nothing. It means nothing. It's just a bodily function that most people end up doing. And that's how I feel about sex, sexuality. And if you want to get your freak on, get it on. And if you don't, keep it locked up in a chastity cage. I literally don't care. But it doesn't mean anything about you morally.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think a lot of people.
To the man who's gonna end up marrying that woman, to the man who's gonna end up with that woman, and you think you got you a good one. Remember, she's just probably a single mother with a kid. She didn't say she's married. So, yeah, that's why these humans don't want to be in church. I'm just keeping it real P.
Are using their personal experiences to define their reality. So you say, like, you grew up religious, they told you don't do this, so obviously you're going to do the exact opposite.
That's not why I am who I am.
But I'm just saying.
I just like getting freaky.
Sure, there could be a middle ground there, though. Like, I think
every
having
freaking
multiple
day,
sex partners,
every
like,
freaking night, I
loosely
want to
having sex
freak
with
you.
different men. Not only is it dangerous because you can get STDs, this is why you guys are having abortions, this is why, you know, you're not desired. It's a lot of things that is happening.
I mean, I would say the amount of sex partners I have would indicate I am desired. I mean, that seems like
Are you getting?
But you also just said men
but men value women that they marry, not women that they have sex with. So women that they have sex with is usually just a throwaway.
But again, men who like to have sex like to be with women who like to have sex. So they actually just partner together. Like, that's the reality.
I would disagree.
They just partner together.
I just personally feel like you guys probably don't ever listen to men. Men like women
At
with
all.
a low body count. You could just
Facts.
listen to them and they'll tell you this or that. You don't have to.
Women want men to accept them with a high body count. They want to make us think that we want that. No, we don't. Sorry.
Looking for this.
But again, this is the conversation. The men I like to date are like me, and they like to have lots of partners because we are good in bed and we're experienced.
But you guys are always
and those men want to have a woman who they own their virginity.
You're
Great,
always
you can have
speaking
them.
for the exception and not
Godspeed.
the rule, though. Why do you guys in all of your arguments today? You represented the exception and not the rule.
I'm asking why do men prefer women with lower body counts? Is it just a name,
because
or is
these
there
are
a
the
reason?
women that have to bear their
because
children.
ignorance is bliss, and they don't want to be
These are the women
compared.
that have to bear their children.
Oh, you guys seem to have a problem a little bit with men, like just comments that you're making, but yet you.
I have no problem with men. I'm straight.
Well,
I
you-
love men.
I
The
just
good
heard.
ones.
I just heard like multiple just negative comments about men. Like
You
they like
do
to put
realize
their.
that men are responsible for 90% of the violent crime.
But you're
You talk-
sleeping with them, many of them.
Yeah,
so
but
do you
we
like?
still love men.
90% of the violent crime still does not represent all men. That still would be the
Exactly. That's my point,
minority
though, is
of
that
men.
it doesn't represent
so
all
men
men.
are
None of us
awesome. Men
are
are great. They
against-
protect you just like they.
We're not
Shout out to these black queens, man. Shout out to the black queens and the sister, the white girl right there with the long hair and the brown. They showing up today for men.
Women, they
Shout
protect
out.
women. They fight wars, so you don't have to.
But hold up.
Protect you from
Hold
generally
up.
another-
What did Dr. Umar say? Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I don't subscribe to that notion. I do the snow bunnies, but I just started to fit right here.
And so enough with that.
Okay, that is protecting whom?
But I'm saying
Everybody's
I'm not against men.
Okay, but
You
they're
literally
doing
just
it
put
to
words in my
protect
mouth
their.
saying, "Oh, I'm anti-man." I'm not.
I didn't
I'm
say you were
straight.
anti-man.
I f- men. A lot of them.
I didn't say you.
No,
were
I'm
Bro,
anti-man.
she said I fucked a man, a lot of them. I'm not anti-man.
Anti-man. We're not. In fact, I think feminists help men because we're trying to relieve a little bit of pressure off of them. Like,
But they're
I'm
not asking
anti-man.
for that. They would rather you just respect them. They would just rather respect. They don't care.
That sister she is on it right now. We just want the respect. A little bit of respect, ain't nothing but a little respect.
Just
none of the
because we
things
don't
you have
worship
to
men
offer.
doesn't mean that we don't like them. I don't put them on a pedestal. I don't treat them like they're princes.
shouldn't
I'm not
be
like,
on a
oh, what
pedestal.
great,
They-
amazing
they
dudes.
are
I like men just fine. I'm unfortunately straight too.
Question on this side, especially for those of you who love men, right?
Right.
What can you tell me some things you love about men?
Yeah, some of them have great sense of humor. Some of them are super helpful and funny. And I mean, I like men the same reasons I like women. These are all just human traits. You're funny, you're smart, you're good looking, you take care of me. I have girlfriends like that. I'm not by side.
But we're not talking about
friends
yeah,
or girls.
We're talking.
She
because
couldn't
that, a lot of
tell
people
you what
think
she like about
feminists
men.
hate
She don't
men.
think
I wanna
nothing
know,
unique about
without
men.
talking about women.
Okay.
Only talking about men.
I'ma
what
point
do you
something out
like
to you
about
right now.
Men. About their uniqueness of being. I'm asking the men.
I'm gonna show you something right now. I'm gonna show you something.
I
Pay
guess
attention. Pay
I
attention.
kind of think about what makes men unique, though, because when I like a man, they're funny, they're smart, they're good looking. But I could describe a woman with these terms.
Okay, so
too.
you don't think that there are things about men that are unique necessarily?
Well, I mean, I'm born straight, so I can't say like I choose to be attracted to men. Like this is how I was born. You know what I mean? So
Right.
like I can't tell you what that's about, but
Right.
I can say that I like men because they're funny, they're smart. Some of them they can protect me if I need to sometimes. Like I understand why you like men, but I think you can all understand that they have traits that are not good, right? Like you have men you don't like, right? You know that not all men are great.
Of course. And I want to know what you like about men too, without
So
PG.
PG, right. So I would say a lot of my good friends are men. I think men are smart and funny, just like she was saying. I think that I'm sexually attracted to men. I think they're pretty much the exact same as women. But if I were choosing like to hang out with someone one-on-one, I'd probably pick a woman because I'd probably be safer because they probably wouldn't be trying to, I don't know, have sex with me as an ulterior motive.
So it sounds like
But I want you guys to pay this. I want you guys to pay attention to what she just said. She just said earlier she's a freaky bitch. She likes to have sex a lot. She likes people that likes to have sex a lot. So why would you be concerned about a man trying to have sex with you if that's what you want? Like I get what I'm saying. Like she's trying to downtrot men for liking sex and wanting sex from her, but she just said it's okay to want sex if that's what you want. See the double standard?
a lot of.
But I mean, I just don't see men as like a special category that they need to be worshipped in some separate way. Like, oh, men are really the reason why I'm here. I think the reason why I'm here is women. I tend to worship women more than men.
But don't you know that men allow you to have your rights? Because if it really came down to it, they can just overpower you and take all of your rights.
Actually, I have rights because of women. I have rights because women
You have
who
rights
came before
because
me.
of men.
No, I have rights because of women. I'm here because of women.
Okay, and if they declare war on you because of your rights, what happens? You all die.
Okay, you're having a hypothetical conversation about something that hasn't happened. I'm having a real conversation about the fact that the reason why I'm able to vote is not because of men, but because of hard-working women.
And who allowed it?
A few good
Who
men.
allowed these things to happen?
Few good men.
Not a few. A lot of good men. A lot of good men. Why do you think there are no woman civilizations? Because men will take them down.
If you create gender into class, then men are also pedophiles and rapists and criminals by your logic. You realize that, right?
Yes, but guess what? That is the minority of them.
I would say men are not rapists. Some men who are
The
bad
minority.
do bad things.
The minority. Most men are not
because
criminals.
I am not treating gender like a class.
Right.
I understand that police officers and soldiers are more often men, but that doesn't mean that men who are not those things suddenly get to be like, actually, I'm doing forced doctrine too. No, you've got a small group of young men who are given fiat authority by a bunch of state men to enact rights that all of us agreed on. That's how democracy works. If you want to treat gender like a class, then you have to say men are soldiers and men are rapists. And I think this is not true. Some men are rapists and some men are soldiers.
Well, it just sounds like, so if a man tells you to do something, you're going to do it. Are you a woman
if
who
he's
falls
my
in
husband,
line?
absolutely.
Everyone keeps asking me how I do my podcast alone. The answer, Riverside. I get high quality podcast recordings right from my room. And I'm not even using expensive equipment. Watch this. Riverside turns my recording into social clips automatically. It even creates thumbnails and writes the description, so I can post it fast without getting overwhelmed. If you want to start a podcast, this is the only tool you need. Try it for free today.
I never use Riverside, to be honest. I just do mine naturally. Like, I don't, you really don't need all that.
Yes,
If he's your husband,
I'm here to
as you said,
serve.
if he's your husband, yeah, that makes sense. But let's talk about just some random ass man.
If a random man just asked me to do something.
That's what I'm saying. Like you
something
just a minute
what?
ago said, like,
what?
oh, men, if they could come in and just do this, like they can take our rights from us. It's like, yeah, that's why we're here.
But
We're
that's
here
just to
make
show
sure
you
doesn't
that men
happen.
are not
But
your
you
enemy.
make it sound
That's
like
all
I'm supposed to
saying.
fall in line.
But you guys are, everything you're saying